What's going on, guys? Marcus here, back in the shop. Finally, I know it's been a minute. It's been a few weeks since I put some new content out. I know, I'm sorry, like my computer just went down. I've just been going through it. I get my computer back. Next thing you know, I have like 2 tests coming up. So yes, if you're wondering, I still am in school. So that's why my videos have kind of slowed down and may slow down a little bit in the future, just pre-warning. But I will be doing my best to be putting out at least 1 video a week. So now that I got that out the way, you guys check the title, you know what we're talking about. Fetty Wap and his new album, Fetty Wap. So here's the review.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no.
So the long-awaited album, Fetty Wap, what a clever name, was just released this morning. And it's got a lot of people wondering and questioning, can this guy come out with a good body of work? Or is he just a rapper who just puts out singles and club hits and he's just here to get his money and bounce? Well, to tell you the truth, it's a little bit of both in my opinion. I've been listening to it all morning, all evening I should say. It's what, 5:30, 6 o'clock right now. So it's not too bad. Pretty much what you've heard from the singles, like Trap Queen, Again, My Way. Like, what can I say? A lot of these songs, they're catchy, they're cool, the production is dope, the chorus, all that, it's dope. But as an album, I gotta be honest, it's not all there. Like, the songs are dope. I mean, they make, you know, good club bangers, they make good hits or whatever. Like, the songs are pretty tough. Again, they're catchy, but as an album together, it's missing something. To me, it doesn't come out as a good body of work. Like, let's just step back for a second and just think about the album name. I mean, he just named it after himself. Like, I can't tell you the last time I've heard an artist do that other than some pop singer or something. Like, I think Chris Brown's first album was Chris Brown, and I think Beyonce's first album is Beyonce, and they were pop stars at that time. They were kid stars. And I just feel like I don't like when rappers or artists do that. I feel like if it's your first album, you know, you should give it some thought. You know, have a title that represents yourself. Like when C.I. came out with I'm Serious, obviously it wasn't a classic. It wasn't all that. Like, it didn't make the charts at all. It actually flopped. But even something as simple as I'm Serious lets you know that, yo, I'm serious about this game and I'm gonna take over the rap industry. Just give me some time. So that might not be the best, you know, analogy for the situation. Like I said, I don't know, like even something as just a title, I feel like that should represent something. Rather than just like, I feel like you kind of caved in like, I don't know, why don't we just call it Fetty Wap? That's my name, I know, but let's just, I can't think of anything else. Let's just name the album that. So I feel like that was kind of lazy on his part. Now, getting to the album itself, each song, as I said before, they're dope. I mean, I'm bowing my head, I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? Like, it's feel-good music, but I feel like it's not well constructed as an album. I feel like you could put this album on a shuffle track list and you wouldn't miss anything. I like albums that take you through a story that's kind of cinematic through audio or whatever, you know what I mean? Like when you listen to Compton, when you listen to Good Kid, Mad City, even these albums right here, it puts you through a story from the introduction towards the end. I'm not necessarily saying it has to be chock full of interludes like How to Pimp a Butterfly. Honestly, I felt like Kendrick was a little excessive with the interludes on that album. That's my humble opinion. It's a dope album, but I felt like he did a little too much with that. Where I'm saying, don't take away from the music, but put some content in there. Make it seem like, you know, it's an album. Make it feel like a movie. You're listening to a movie through your headphones or through your speakers. I mean, the album is dope, the songs are tight, but the way it's constructed together, it sounds like a mixtape. And not even a mixtape that you download on DatPiff or whatever. It sounds like a mixtape that's just like, you know, a list of songs that are constructed together just to give out to record label guys to see, you know, what kind of music or, you know, where his sound comes from. It's not really constructed as an album together. But I'm not gonna take away from his talent. Obviously, he's a dope performer. Fetty knows, I don't want to say his weaknesses, but he's obviously not a super lyrical guy. So he knows that, as an audience, we know that. Similar to how Migos does it, like, again, they're not super lyrical. I think the flow is dope, but the way that group hypes each other up during the songs, it makes it feel more fun. It gives us that energy. Like, you know you're not super lyrical, but just the emphasis and the energy that you bring on the track, like, it kind of distracts, because it's how catchy it is. You know, the production and the repetitive chants or whatever. It distracts the fact that, you know, I may not be super lyrical. You might not even be able to sing my verse word for word. Like, you'd be able to sing like a J. Cole verse, but you're gonna sing the mess out my chorus. Who has not been driving down the street and been going, baby, won't you come on my way. Like, as bad as that sound, like, tell me you have not done that. Like, you can't tell me you haven't done that. But I bet you more than half the viewers right now don't know the verse. They don't know the word for word, but they can sing the mess out that chorus and butcher it like I did. It's dope though, like it's feel good music. Like, little story, I was going to the dentist this morning and my dentist is 45 minutes away and my GPS was driving me nuts. It was going crazy, I couldn't figure it out. I don't know what's wrong with my Samsung, dog. Maybe I need to switch back to iPhone or something. But either way, make a long story short, finally after driving around in circles mindlessly, finally cuts on and I'm still kind of pissed off. I'm coming down, I put on a Fetty Wap joint, what song? I think it's Again. And that shit had me feeling good, man. Had me feeling really good. The energy, positivity, right here. Put me in my happy spot. But like I said on the future album review, it's a cool joint for today. Will I remember it tomorrow or next week or months down the line? Probably not. The songs are here. I mean, they're cool for what it is. Obviously, I think he should have put this during the summer because this kind of, it's like, that's when the hype was. Like, all these songs came around the spring, late spring, early summer. So if you would have came out like right after Future or something, you probably would have been booming. I don't know if anyone else has heard that album. I haven't, like, my social media hasn't really been blowing up, you know, as far as people talking about it. The singles are dope, obviously, but I don't know, like, I was surprised that those cuts even made the album. Like, usually when artists, especially nowadays, when artists come out with hits or singles that are blowing up the radios and whatever, they don't really make the actual album itself. They just make the mixtape, or they're just mixtape singles, and then they have their own body of work for the album. So I thought that Fetty was gonna do that. But again, I felt like maybe he was a little sluggish or lazy with the actual production or whatever of the album. Like, it just wasn't molded together like an album. Again, for the 100th time, it feels like it was more like, you could put the album on shuffle and you wouldn't miss anything. Like, each song is a one shot. There's no one song that leads up to another song. There's no content. There's no story behind the album. Each song is his own song, which is cool again for now, but it's not gonna do anything for a lot of hip hop listeners. Or again, this is not meant for, you know, my lyrical hip hop heads, but even for rap, you know, people who just like rap music, are a fan of it. I don't think they're gonna be listening to this by next year. You may, I mean, I may start listening. I may listen to Trap Queen or whatever next year or the year after or whatever, just because that one song was so hot in 2015. Just like, you know, Jaquan's Hood Hop or whatever, or Tipsy. Like, you might listen to those cuts back from 2003, but no one's going out putting the album back on their iPod or their iPhone to go listen to it. Not 2015, but they might listen to that one or two cuts that they like. So I feel like you could say the same thing about Fetty Wap's joint. So overall, I would pretty much give it a solid 6.5. This honestly has me questioning, like, can he make a sophomore album? And what's his style gonna be like? Cause I don't know, like, he doesn't really mumble, but when I first heard Fetty Wap, he had that ATL sound. So I don't know if that sound is going to, you know, if it's gonna last. Rappers like Future and Migos, it sounds more authentic to them, you know, cause they're from the South and they had that thick accent. Fetty just sounds like a Southern artist. So I don't know if that style is gonna last by the time he gets to a second or third album. You might wanna try a different style, or if he does stick with the same style that he has, you're gonna have to switch it up somehow. Like, you can't be coming out with albums that sound just like the first one with a different twist to it. Like, I really hope he kind of grows more as an artist. Maybe get a little more personal. Let's hear more about, you know, your life or your background rather than just talking about the cliche money and street shit or whatever. I don't want to even get into that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think about the album, giving it a 6.5 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think if you've heard the album, and have fun with the album. I would say play a drinking game. Take a shot every time you hear 1738. I guarantee you, 3/4 of the way the album, you will be smashed. You will be drunk off your ass. I promise you. Play the game. I'm sure it's gonna be fun as hell. If you do play the game, let me know by this weekend, and don't drink and drive. Till next time, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and sorry for the wait again. That's it. Bye.